Hey, what's going on, guys? Gdoggcasey here with my buddy Matt, casting some more StarCraft 2 action in the Chobo Team League. We have a Week 4 matchup between Team All Inspiration and Team Vortx Esports. And I'll start off by introducing the purple Zerg in the top right corner of Overgrowth. It is All Inspiration PsyRex.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Protoss player playing for Team Vortx Esports, fafilulo.
fafilulo, the blue
what a name.
Protoss here. Dropping the cannon on the high ground indicates no forge, fast expand type of play here.
That is the earliest cannon I've ever seen.
Yeah. And that's about all we can
really say. Because it's a pylon.
Quick drone scout going out for PsyRex. He wants to see what that Protoss player is doing. And while we're following this drone down to the bottom side of the map here, I got to do a shout out for PsyRex. He is one of the team captains, and he sets up all the games for each league, I believe. So there's a lot of work involved in doing that. And not only that, but whenever I'm trying to find replays to cast for the Chobo Team League, and they're not uploaded properly, he's the guy who goes and finds me the replays and gives them to us so that we can cast them. So a big thank you for PsyRex for doing that for us here.
Yeah, so the probe is getting as much information as he can, but he doesn't really see anything, unfortunately. He's going to get chased away by that drone.
I'm guessing we're most likely going to be seeing a quick hatch here at the PsyRex. Yeah, he's got that next drone going out. And back at home for Protoss, the drone was running around the main as well, so he sees the... Does he see that? Yeah, he did see the gateway go down, and he's happy to leave at that.
Although this drone is, or this probe is giving our Zerg player a little bit of trouble, he is going to go back in. He's going to see that the drop of the natural is already done.
Yeah, and it looks like these two drones... Oh, no, here we go. A little bit of deviation here. There's just one drone stuck to that probe here, which I agree with. I mean, I'm sure there are better ways to handle this, but when you stick a drone to a probe, at least you know that, you'll see any sort of pylon or cannon go down.
Yeah, nothing much really happening. Dropping of the spawning pool, which is about 75% complete at the moment.
Yeah, and that drone is just going to chill over, or that probe, sorry, just going to chill at the third over here. And, what is PsyRex doing with this drone? Is he looking to go for a quick third here? It's going to be kind of bothered by the drone over here. Oh my god, the probe over here is in the way.
They're just chilling, gonna trade some recipes.
Yeah. And down goes the pylon, and that's going to frustrate PsyRex a little bit, because he's not going to be able to take that third as fast as he wanted. Although now he can focus on getting his queens up and a couple more drones while he waits for a couple links to go and take care of that pylon.
Now PsyRex also has a Overlord just sitting over and is seeing that a natural hasn't been taken yet, although I think it's coming right now.
There it is. And he canceled that pylon back into third base. Smart move there by fafilulo, as he doesn't lose any minerals there. And he's got his second on his way up here.
fafilulo, and now that it's been canceled, here is going to be coming the drop of the third very shortly for PsyRex. Once he gets enough minerals. And there it goes.
Yeah. So very good play by PsyRex here. He is ahead on bases like you want to be. Now, with the quick third base for Zerg, the one issue I have with it is that it just feels like your income is a little bit hampered by it at first, because that's 300 minerals. I could have built some more drones. It could have built you, just anything that you would want to spend it on except for a hatch, and it sets you behind by a little bit. I feel a little bit weak after the third goes down, and then once everything gets fully saturated, that's when it's good to go. But we'll see if Protoss picks up on that and goes with a quick attack here to kind of hurt PsyRex. And I see 3 more gateways going down, so we could see like a 2-base, 4-gate push.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to mention about that is although I do like the fact that he is walling off with those 3 gateways, he literally put those down right in plain view of the Overlord that was just sitting there, which has now moved over to fafilulo's third base. So he knows exactly what's going on right now.
Yeah, he knows the 4-gate is on the way. So he's dropping his wall here, getting that Roach Warren as well. There's going to be a little spot where Proton's going to attack into. but it's nicely walled off now, and we'll see if he decides to drop a couple spines with that too.
3 sentries being warped in for our Protoss player, so they're just sitting. They're trying to see as to whether or not a scout is going to come in, an overlord. Just sitting there in between the second and the third.
That probe was just had the doors open, wide open for him to jump in here and take a look at the main. He's not going to see much though, except for the one gas, which I'm pretty sure he already knew about.
But he did see the 2 Evo bays and the Roach Warren, so good information. Did he see the third?
Yeah, he knows.
Yes, he did see the third.
Yeah, and he's actually got a proxy pylon over here at the fort that had taken some damage, so I must have missed that. It looks like some Lings made it over here and spotted that for PsyRex, and they ended up getting taken out by those zealots. So that's actually kind of bad for fafilulo, because now PsyRex is aware that his third base is a little bit vulnerable to zealot run-bys, and hopefully he'll be able to get some defenses put in place there to stop any further damage.
Now I like the placement of the overlords. The overlords can see the proxy pylon and can see his third as well. So PsyRex doing a good job making sure he understands where our Protoss player is. Although Zerg has a lot of money right now, and I don't see him really making much in production other than, oh, here we go. There goes 10 Zerg in production, but still has a lot of money and just getting level 1 missile and carrier space as well.
Yeah. It looks like he's got a lot of larva now. He's just finally spending that now. Maybe there was a hotkey mix-up or something like that. Or maybe not. Maybe he was just holding his larva.
And he's almost supply capped as well.
Although that problem's gonna solve itself as these Lings start dying from the zealots. He's finally gonna get over there and try to take care of that pylon once and for all.
So again, not much really going on. We have +1/+1 also being researched by our Protoss player, so they're going to be pretty much even keel anytime an engagement is going to happen. Although this Overlord is dropping creep on the third to prevent any third coming down, although I don't see it coming anytime shortly. Although both players have a lot of money and a lot of gas.
Yeah, that's definitely true, and we see the Robo facility out for Protoss, and I was thinking he was going to get some of those Immortals out. Actually, there is a Warp Prism on the map, and it's picked up the 4 sentries, and I know what he's going to do here. He's going to look to drop into main, and then force field the ramp so that he can wreak havoc on the main. Well, PsyRex can't get up the ramp here. I wonder if this is going to work out. It's kind of an old play, but every once in a while it surprises you. Now, it did run right across the view of that Overlord, so PsyRex would have seen it on the map, but it looks like he's not paying attention here, and those force fields are going to block that ramp off.
Yeah, and we had 11 units for our PsyRex just by the natural of our Protoss player, but he is calling them back.
Yeah, he's got to come back and deal with this, but with the force fields on the ramp, that is so annoying because all the reinforcements are cut off. There's going to be maybe 4 roaches that pop out of this hatchery here with so much damage. Oh my god, the force fields are real here, keeping the roaches out of the main, and he's doing a lot of damage with this.
This is a very good job by our Protoss player.
Yeah, he loaded up the sentries. He might be done here, although I would like him to put them back down. Yeah, there you go. And roaches look like they're just going to say, fuck it, I mean, screw it. And they're going to go attack the natural here, but it's very well defended. Main goes down, spawning pool's on its way down. We do have another one building for PsyRex, which is good. Hydra Den on the way as well, or sorry, finished as well as a macro hatch. And these roaches are going to come hit the wall here, but there's an Overlord and 3 cannons. Yeah, he's got to turn around.
Yeah, that was quite the good play that I saw from the Protoss player. Haven't seen that in a while, but with the high ground, we do see our the force fields are real. The force fields are very real.
His whole strategy banked on the fact that he would be able to get those force fields down every time, and he just keeps reinforcing the army with the Warp Prism because at back home he's got so many gateways to work off. He can just keep reinforcing, and that's why he was saving all that money. This is so annoying for PsyRex to deal with. Hydras are out, and they do have +1/+1, whereas the units for fafilulo only have +1 attacks. It looks like he's going to be able to clean this up here.
Now, yeah, there goes the War Prism. Clean it up. A very good attack. Now, I would like to see nobody gets to really say his name. Fafilulo expand to his third as quickly as possible after destroying that main base.
Yeah, that's my one gripe I have with that strategy is it looks as though he was pretty much completely all in on that. And PsyRex did a great job holding it off. Yeah, he did lose his main, but eventually able to macro up behind it, take out that attack, and now he's really far ahead in supply.
And he's moving forward. He just dropped a hatch at the gold play, so he feels like he realizes that was an all-in play, and he's going to be able to macro up and just rebuild his base. The main was, I would say, maybe 50% mined out, so he's going to be happy with taking that gold base. We have a good compilation of roaches and hydras making their way across the map.
They're going to clash here at this ramp, and there's a lot of immortals here. They're going to tear up those roaches pretty fast.
Now let's see if the force fields are real.
That force field not quite so real there.
Mothership core going down. I think it's a pretty even fight at the moment.
I'd say that Protoss has a bit of the lead here because he can reinforce, and that's exactly what he's going to do. I don't see any reinforcements coming for PsyRex here, but he is taking out some expensive immortals. He's going to get cleaned up here, though. His hydra's going down. And he's rebuilding his main. He's got the gold base just about done here, but I don't know. fafilulo has quite the army.
Yeah, but our Protoss player still has not taken a third yet, so he is... they just seem to be trading armories at the moment.
Yeah, and in the end, this is going to work out more for PsyRex because he's going to be mining off of 4 bases soon.
3 bases, yeah. Oh, yeah, no, he put his main back up. I didn't see that, yeah.
Yeah, here come the roaches here again trying to take care of this army, but those 2 immortals are going to do real work here. He's got to take them out first. And he's realizing that he's going to back out and probably make some more hydras.
Now he's going to see this base at the gold and hopefully can take it out as quickly as possible, because if he gets that gold base up and running, then you're going to have a clear advantage for PsyRex.
Yeah, and this is so annoying for PsyRex because he is kind of trying to transition into the late game here, but fafilulo keeps powering off with his 2 bases, and he keeps, being able to reinforce with all those gateways, and this army is going to end up being way too big for PsyRex to deal with, I think. Here it is. This is going to be the deciding factor here. Good force fields blocking out those hydras from reinforcing the fight. I don't know. The concave's pretty good for Zerg here, though.
Yeah, and just kiting away those zealots. Those immortals are going to get a little bit of work in, but reinforcing with some more stalkers.
Oh my god, those immortals are just killing things here. Finally, they both go down. Or, no, not yet. Okay, both immortals go down, and it looks like PsyRex should be able to hold this off. Do we have more reinforcements coming? There's a zealot coming in on that queen, and that's actually probably going to kill it. But more roaches popping out for PsyRex here, and he manages to save the queen, and I think we can expect a counterattack right away here.
Quite a back and forth game. Both players taking out their armies, and with the ability to reinforce. I don't know. This looks like it could go either way. The only thing that I can mention yet again is that our Protoss player does not have a third base yet.
Yeah, and he's actually pretty much completely mined out of the main, and this is really going to show in the next few minutes here when PsyRex gets his 3 bases mining again. PsyRex is just going to be able to overpower the Zerg player because he's going to have an economy that's going to be able to sustain the type of army he wants to build, where fafilulo wants to get out immortals, and he's stuck pretty much just making gateway units right now. His bank is going to run out soon. The best thing for PsyRex to do right now, I think, would just be to sit back, let his economy take over, maybe go for... +2/+2 is already finished too, by the way, which I kind of missed that. So his army's just going to steamroll.
And we have nothing in production for the last 15-20 seconds or so from fafilulo. I think he's trying to decide as to what he wants to do. There's really not much he could do without a third base.
Yeah, not at all. And he's not even... It doesn't even look like he's thinking about it either. He's just trying to figure out how he can do damage as opposed to how he can come back from this deficit that he's at.
Now PsyRex being ballsy again and dropping a hatchery at the gold again, but the Oracle or the Observer can see this for our Protoss player and can see that the army is right there to defend it. And here he comes. I think he's going to look to take his third right now.
Yeah, but it's so late here. He did clear out the creep, so yeah, definitely going to be dropping down his third. But PsyRex knows exactly what he's doing. So both players here, good job on the scouting with the Overlords and the Observers here.
He still hasn't dropped the third. He's just long distance mining at the moment.
He dropped it at the gold.
Oh. My apologies. I did not. Oh, no, he cancels it. What is he doing?
Need to drop it at the third then? Oh.
I think he feels it might be a little bit indefensible, but he's not He's not dropping the third. What?
Maybe he's just okay with long distance mining.
It's not exactly, especially with this wall off, it's taking even longer.
Yeah, because he's got to run around it. Yeah, well, this is definitely tilting in PsyRex's favor here again. The longer this goes on, the further and further ahead PsyRex is going to get ahead here. We don't even have... Oh, it looks like +2 attack is coming in for Protoss.
And here comes the army for checking the gold base, seeing that there's nothing there. He's going to check the third and realize there's nothing there either.
Yeah. Yeah, he's probably fully expecting there to be a base at the third here. And when he sees that there's no base, he's going to smile, I guarantee it, because he's going to know he's so far ahead at this point. And now he can just sacrifice his army and just keep replenishing it.
Good force fields by our Protoss player, which stifles the attack a little bit, but these probes are just going to get cleaned up.
Yeah, +3, almost finished for PsyRex here, and it looks like he's going to get flanked a bit. I think this could hurt a bit, but he is going to realize and get himself into a better position. Bit of a flank going on, but now he's just going to overpower this. He's got enough Hydras to deal with his Immortals, I think.
Pretty good force fields coming out, separating almost half the army, but the range of those Hydras, no, they're not really doing much.
No, they were actually very good force fields here, but we've got reinforcements coming across the map here. By the time these roaches catch up, it's going to be GG. That Immortal's going to go down, and yeah, this is out of the game here. Good job by PsyRex. I like how he stuck it in there after he didn't give up after he lost his main. That was a brilliant attack by fafilulo, but he banked like everything on it and didn't have a follow-up, and now he's going to get crushed.
Look at how quickly our PsyRex was reinforced, and look at the minerals right now.
Yeah, he's completely mined out of his natural. He's got nothing left to mine from. So this is the thing about those two base Protoss. You just wait them out, and you can take the game.
Back and forth, but overall a tremendous game, I would say, by both players. Both had advantages at some point in the game, but it looks like PsyRex comes out as the victor with his 4 total bases.
Yeah, definitely good job by both players. Again, as I said earlier, that one warp prism sentry attack was beautiful, but just with no follow-up there, it allowed PsyRex back into the game. He kept his cool, built up a few bases, and then just steamrolled his opponent. GG.
GG, everyone. Thanks for watching, and look forward for the next game.